Hello, everybody. Father Patrick here. Last Sunday, the 16th Sunday of Ordinary Time, we read from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 6, and he's preaching, we're listening to the return of the 12. And so it says, the apostles gathered together with Jesus and reported all they had done and taught. He said to them, "Come away by yourselves to a deserted place and rest for a while." I think that line really hit me and struck me in a way that I don't think I really paid attention to it before. I think maybe if, as we live here, especially those of us who live in Southern California, our lives can be very busy and we're on the go, going to work, coming back from work, doing extracurricular activities. If you've got children, taking them to all their activities, trying to get to church, trying to pray, trying to live your lives. And it can be that we're so busy that very rarely do we take time to really just stop and just be with God. And especially in our prayer life, I think that there are times when I'm in my prayer life and in my mode of praying, and I'm just talking at God, praying the rosary, praying the Divine Mercy Chaplet, or giving him a list of things that I need God to do and these prayers that I need to answer. And oftentimes I will even say to myself, like, God isn't really speaking to me. I'm not hearing his voice. That's because a lot of times we don't just stop. Just take a moment and listen. There's a very interesting story about St. John Vianney when he was the cure of Ars. He was the pastor of Ars in France. He would walk into the church every day, every afternoon. There was this farmer who would just be sitting there, for a couple of hours at a time or even longer. And one day he went up to the farmer and he said, "What is it that you do while you're in here?" He said, "I come in here and I look at God. He looks at me, and that's it." I think that's sometimes what we need to be doing. It's just stopping for a moment, acknowledging God's presence, letting God acknowledge our presence, and be good with that. When two people love each other, they just want to be in the same room with each other, just present to one another. And I think that's what we all need to do sometimes, just stop. Go away by yourself, even in the silence of your own car, silence of your bedroom, silence of just the corner of the yard, and just stop. And just acknowledge God's presence and listen. God bless you all and have a great week. Love you all.